How are you all doing? It is great to see you all. I missed you. I'm back from my vacation. Technically, I'm still on a bit of a family vacation, so don't think I'll be too active this weekend, but I am back. Wanted to get this in, and then next week we'll be starting back up on Monday. Vega Prime. Make sure you watch the videos. Make sure you watch the videos. It has been an epic roller coaster with the Vega Prime account. I will have another video out very, very soon. Let's see. I've been gone for a while, so I think you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can. But it looks like everything's working here with OBS. It feels like someone must come in and play around with my equipment while I'm gone. I'll quickly say hello to everyone, and then we got to get to this. We got to get to this. Get this done. I've only got about an hour or 2.5 hours, I think, maybe 3. We'll see. Ozman, do I watch this on my phone or the Oz games on the other way around? Jeez, the fact that that's even a consideration for you is outrageously complimentary. Thank you so much for that, dude. Decisions. Why came to watch TV with me, so I'll watch the stream on my phone and watch the TV. Hey, absolutely respect it. Like I said, even the fact that it was even a consideration, very, very cool. How you doing, man? It's cool that you can catch the stream live, right? I keep having to remind myself that it's Friday. That is someone who's been on vacation for a while. Rano Sarker, what's up, dude? Started on the Epoch Challenger format. Isn't it frustrating? So I was able to kind of watch a little bit of Kabam's stream yesterday. I was discussing it with my Discord, and they were kind of helping fill in some of the gaps for me that I wasn't able to catch. And it sounds like to me, you tell me if I'm wrong, it's going to be, we get 5 champions. We go through the full 24 fights, and then we'll have to fight Ares. Ares is going to just destroy me. In fact, on Wednesday, I will be live streaming. I thinking though that I realized, because I set up my schedule today, so I've been back. I've been working, my job and all, and then getting set up for the channel and all the stuff that I've missed. And I think that Solo Coliseum's actually going live at the same date and time. In an effort to be helpful, I think we might do Solo Coliseum instead on Wednesday, then cover the Deadpool sale on Thursday. And then on Friday, go in and do Ares and the Epoch and all that stuff. I imagine by that time, Noob will have had a guide out and that sort of thing. The fight's going to kick my butt. Let me know if I'm wrong on the formatting. I don't want to comment on the format of it if I don't know what the format is. I'll help you understand. I think that makes sense. Happy 30K subscribers. Dude, again, there's just so much. Like Kabam and their live stream, there's so much going on this month. And for those who don't know, yeah, the channel hit 30,000 subscribers, which is just crazy to me. I really appreciate the support. That's on the YouTube side. We're partners now on the Twitch side too. Like, it's just been wild. Thank you for the support, everybody. What we will be celebrating, it is my full intention to celebrate through a bunch of, I think, fun streams and things like that. I'm also going to be giving back. I'm going to be giving back. I did not know that America Chavez was going to be an ascendable champion. So maybe we'll work in something like that. Again, story time. If I had more time to elaborate, I probably would, but I don't have a ton of time today. So I want to get into this. You're correct about the format. Okay. So here's the thing, and here's what's really difficult about this. Is so often when it comes to Kabam, it's about like what we expected to happen, right? Like just to start off with something simple, easy that we can all understand. I think to get straight to the chase here is when they said, all champions from here on out will be ascendable. None of us in any way, shape, or form thought they meant as soon as next year hits, right? So all of us were expecting champions to be ascendable right away. And so therefore, when Ascension hits and actually goes on live, and then we find out 2027, what the hell, dude? Our expectations have been massively been blown out of the water in the negative way. When it comes to this Epoch thing, it's kind of what I assumed they were going to do. I felt like that was for those who weren't playing, there's a reason why so many of us were like, dude, when we went through Abyss the first time, it was stupidly difficult. And so I don't think Kabam has, like, the saying about a tiger never really changes their stripes. I don't think Kabam has really changed their stripes that way. I fully expect it to be painful. There will be YouTube channels, particularly ones that work for Kabam. They have the ability to practice these things. They help make the fights, like, literally, like, that's it. That's not like a secret. That I'm saying there. They're going to probably make it look pretty easy. They're probably going to make it look really easy. The rest of us will struggle, but hopefully we have some fun with it, let people go in. You guys tell me though, if you're like, no, dude, we really want you to do that first, then do Solo Coliseum, let me know. But right now I think we're going to do Solo Coliseum first. What's up, Masai? How you doing, man? Holy Utopia. Rate my villain team. Venom, Zola, sounding good so far. Mojo, sounding good. Void, sounding good. Sinister, sounding good. I think it sounds good. You know, the one thing that you're going to want to watch out for is the Iron Man fight with Venom. But even that, well, we were talking a lot. I don't think Venom was a rank 4 at the time. Iron Man gets that final stage, or he also removes the bleeds. But aside from that, I think you're going to be okay, man. I think you're going to be okay. Might be attempting these sooner rather than later on Vega Prime. Again, I'm so excited about Vega Prime. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the openings. There's one more pre-recorded one coming out, I believe tomorrow, and then I'm gonna have like a vacation opening catch up for everyone on Monday, and then I hope you guys are prepared for a lot of Vega Prime. I'm absolutely like, if one account was my main and one was my alt, I've avoided those terms from the get go. Vega Prime would be my main. I enjoy it more, significantly more, or in a different way. I don't know how else to explain it. We can talk about that as time goes on. If you have Maddie, she has a lot, but Deathless is safe. All right. The Deathless team, yeah. All right, let's go ahead and say hello to everyone. I see all the stuff. Thank you for all the follows that are coming in on the Twitch side is there too. What's up, Wolf? How you doing? Ujar, what's up, dude? We'll talk about the Kabam stream a little bit as we go. I do want to get started. What's up, Caprice? Thanks for being here. We can't hear. Thank you. I appreciate you selling that. I'm doing great, K96A, and I see you using those channel points over the next, I'm going to say month. I want to give myself plenty of time as we kind of, don't worry, this 583 account is not going anywhere. I will admit, over my vacation, I thought about fully retiring it. And I'm not saying that's off the table, okay? But I do think it's a good account for me to spend on and be really interactive with you all, like letting you guys pick my rank ups, who you guys want to see, have fun, like have everyone enjoy that account. We'll talk about that more as the stream goes on. Okay, cool. So I did shred up the stream elements here. Just thank people for the follows. Thank you so much for the follows. I feel like the path fight will be annoying. The Ares is low-key easy after you figure out the prompts. I think you're right. I will say I struggled with Ares even in my final attempt with him. I got better at it. And I think the fight is a good one where if you get a lot of practice, you can get better at it. So I think they did a good job there. It's just, how much are you able to really practice Ares, right? Most of us can't just get ported there and fight him. So yeah, again, thank you so much for all the follows, everybody. Another 7 deep on my still key. Hell yeah, dude. Congratulations. What's up, Hicks? How you doing? Yeah, save those channel points. I mean, use them, do it. You guys know more about them than I do. I still have to really research them here. Figure out how they use, but I want to the attention big, and you guys give me your ideas, is as time goes on, work channel points into rank ups, right? Voting for rank ups, polls, those sorts of things, maybe what content we're tackling. And then I do think at some point we're going to start working in some other games. And I think channel points would be a really cool way to start having people vote like, hey, next week when we're testing out a new game, I'll give a 3 or 4, or I'll take some suggestions and we can go through them there. That's kind of where I'm thinking I want it to go. You guys let me know though. I did the villain. Hey, what's up, Mr. Monsoon? With Purgatory? Nice, dude. And a rank 5 whole clean. Hell yeah. Yeah, the first time fighting him. Yeah. Absolutely agree, Caprice. I'm doing good, but I'm doing well. The vacation was awesome, guys. So if you guys aren't familiar with the area, I went up to an area called Guerneville. It's in Sonoma County, and had a great time there with my family. Probably put some photos up on Instagram. I really do love the city I live in, and so often when we're on vacation, we'll take a couple days and just kind of enjoy our city. So we went to like the opera, or not the opera, the ballet, and saw Don Quixote here from the San Francisco Ballet. They're one of the better ballet companies in the world, and just had a really good time. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this. 11 minutes of chatting. 11 minutes of chatting, and that was me trying to be fast. I haven't seen you guys in a long time, so it's cool to be back. All right, let's go, man. Let's go. Abyss. I will, probably should have said this earlier, I will do my best to leave timestamps, but I already did my test run, so I don't think that will probably be a better one, because again, I'm going to be trying to move through this a little bit here. Let's go. Where's Zemo? Where's villains? I do think Vega Prime might be able to tackle Ordeal Heroes this week. I'm very excited. I am very excited. All right, we're all stars in the Mojo show, so we got that. JJJ going for that solo today. If you're on my Discord server, you know that at some point I did talk about a series of challenges where I needed to solo the Abyss Collector 3 times, and if not, I would delete this account. We still might do something a little fun with that there, but my Discord server basically talked me out of that sort of challenge. So we'll see. And then Venom, is Venom still at rank 3 or has he been brought up to rank 4? He's still at rank 3. Okay, fine. Let's go to it. Mojo soloed the Abyss Collector for me. It was an easy 4-minute fight. Really? I'm just getting started, but we did a long. I've been gone for over a week, so just saying hello to everybody. Red Guardian, Human Torch. That's the question of the week now, isn't it? On my free-to-play account, I will be taking Human Torch because I think he is more likely to be a champion that he's like the best answer, right? Like I started inputting my roster into Noob, and I believe the name is Solomon's Cerebro. If you're not familiar with it, I'm going to start implementing that more into my Vega Prime streams and videos, so you can get familiar with it that way. I'm sure you're familiar with Noob, though. He's been talking about it a lot. And I will be, as much as I love Red Guardian, he's one of my favorite champions to play. He really does want high sig, and so obviously wants to be awakened. Also, rarely is he like the best answer. So I'm gonna be taking Human Torch. I don't think you're crazy though for thinking about Red Guardian. You're really gonna want him at high sig. So keep that in mind. But he is an awesome champion. I love him. So yeah. Mojo is the brojo. I love it, dude. Nah, we're not going Sinister today. I know. Sinister is gonna be. He should be though. He's like I said. I was doing a lot of my teams for on Cerebro. I took a look at the first 4 Carina 4 challenges, and Sinister is going to figure prominently, unless something crazy happens between now and then. As far as my 2 villain teams for Ordeal and for Abyss, I've got an unawakened rank 3. If I could get him awakened, that would really help. But yeah. All right, I gotta focus up, man. If you had to guess, who do you think some of the offers with the dumbbells will be? Are 5 stars in them, or just the cash offers next week, man? No, I think with the dumbbell portion, I'm wondering if the dumbbell portion is the like free to play or unit spend option. But it sounded like there might be some unit ones. I think they said that if you buy the store or whatever, I don't know, that you could get a rank 5. There'll be enough like tier 7 alpha or whatever it is for a rank 5. So like that's a perfect example of I will probably, unless there's just something that like I'm like, no, I need this champion at rank 5 on this the pay to win account here, the 583. I will be letting my viewers choose who the rank 5 is. I will probably pick up like 4 champions. We're gonna put them in the polls, and I might put something up on my Discord as well too. Like this is the part of thing where I'm like, this pay to win account. You guys were right. It is fully a business account. In that, like, I do this for streaming with you guys. I do it to test stuff. I do it for videos. Like, I did an opening last week or 2 weeks ago on the 583, and I was like, this is barely even fun. Like, I was like, can you guys tell me if this is where you're at too? Like, I'm not even like, I'm opening up a Titan, and I'm like, oh yeah, whatever, that's cool, man. I guess, yeah. And so I'm like, dude, how do we make that fun? We make it fun by involving you all. So I appreciate you guys being here and doing all that. How's all, dude? Charles, you won something on the stream, right? That was you. It had to be you. And the holiday was great, by the way, too. All right, let's get to this. Your first rank 5 will be Serpent. Hey, that's a great one, man. Deity, you asked that a while ago, I'm sure. I don't know. I truly don't know. I haven't thought it through. When I thought about MCoC while I was on this vacation, I was very much thinking about I was very much thinking about my Vega Prime account and like how I wanted to work my streams going through. Right. I will say I was observing what Kabam was going to do with non-CCP streamers, like just kind of how they were going to work that out. And you guys have heard my thoughts on it. I wasn't too like worried about it one way or the other to begin with. But this seems fair. It seems like something we can work with. I don't like the idea of asking my viewers to lose out on rewards. So yeah, I think this worked out pretty good. You guys let me know how it hits you. And we'll see how it actually lands too. There's like, what Kabam says they're doing, and then there's the like what they actually do portion of the whatever they said they were going to do. I want to see that too before I comment too much on it. Gotcha. I don't think I'll be doing the epoch objectives. Only dude. So that's a thing too, right? It feels like that's one thing that I definitely felt in the stream that Kabam had was, and it's part of what I can't stand about games like this, man. I really just don't like it. It's the hurry up, the hurry up. You want to get Blade? Okay, you gotta hit the next title by such and such time. Oh, you want Star-Lord Awakened? Okay, you got 35 days or whatever. And they are like fair in the idea of it being like, well, if you're an in-game player and you're active, you're gonna get them probably. But you guys have seen me get more and more comfortable. I used to save it for a CCP server, but they really didn't like it when I would say that stuff. When I was like, you're approaching being coercive, Kabam. Like, this has gone from you incentivizing something or the players are having fun, and so they'll do it or they'll spend. Now, it feels like coercion. And I don't think that's how you want your players feeling, And so when the timelines are that tight, or the only way to get to them is to, do the epoch event on both villains and heroes side. It's like, it's pretty clear you're trying to get free to play to spend, which there's technically nothing wrong with, but I don't like it. I don't like the idea of being programmed. I'm not a big fan. Are you back in the CCP? No. Nope. And I don't expect that to change. I gotta focus up a little bit more on what I'm doing, or this thing's gonna beat me up. But no, I am not in the back in the CCP, and they made that post where they talk about how they don't try to influence people's videos and stuff, and I was like, oh, cool. Then there's no reason for me to not be there anymore. But my video on it, I did send it out to people at Kabam, and the only person who responded, I don't believe, is part of the community team. And they were very kind about it. I appreciate the response. And the community team both ignored it. So, they know where to find me if they want me. If they're done playing games and being silly geeks, they know where I'm located. And they also know that I'm not going to have my channel interfere. So, if that means I'm not a good match for them, that's fine. It is what it is. I'd rather be able to say the things I want to say. I am going to focus a bit more here because, like I said, I don't think I'm doing it off. And this fight's already taking longer than it should. We're getting there, though. Hey, what's up, old man? Yeah, we got to get this done, dude. Thank you for all the help, by the way, and you know what I'm talking about. I really do think Prime is I think we'll see. I think Prime's ready for the ordeal. I'm hyped up on that, pumped up. amazing what paying attention will do, huh? Speed up a fight. Probably shouldn't have thrown that into protection, though. There we go. Where is my... Oh, I did something wrong there. I don't know what I did wrong, but I did something wrong. Yep. I did see the, has anyone seen the Super Mario movie? I actually thought it was really cool. And I saw it in 4DX the first time. I've actually never seen one of those. It was actually really fun. It was like a good movie to see it in. Looked good, felt good, about in 3D. It was funny. There's tons of like callbacks to playing the game. I saw like it was one of those movies where like the critics panned it, but it was one of those ones where it's like this isn't supposed to be like The Godfather. This isn't supposed to be like a great film. This is supposed to just be like entertaining and fun. And I thought they did a good job with that. All right. Again, where did my install? I'm really messing up. Okay. Almost there. Alright, that should do it. Hey, what's up? Oslo, thanks for being here, bud. Thank you for all the follows, guys. Really appreciate it. Just saw it today. Got me reminiscing on my show. Yeah, I saw it too. Some of the loudest laughs were actually like from me and what very much appeared to be other dads. Like guys in my age with like what looked like a wife and 2 kids, right? Pretty sure they were dads in the groups, and we were laughing our asses off at quite a few things. The way Mike said deal with it in the stream was stupid. Which part are you talking about? The sentence was... Yeah, I will admit I thought that segment was odd. One of the things I've talked with at length on my Discord, and the guys actually kind of recommended to me, is they're like, I'm paraphrasing here, but they're like, dude, stop covering the news. It's like, you being me, I struggle to read the things and not be like, oh my God, like this is just so transparent. Like, and they're like, it just frustrates you. Like, just try to play the game and see if you enjoy it. And so, yeah, that whole part, my favorite part of that, and I knew what he was trying to say. It just was very difficult. It was, as someone who streams and talks live and speaks live, I'm aware of how often I misspeak and how often I say something like that didn't come out right. So I want to be, I don't want to be overly critical on that. But there was a point in the stream where he's like, we want to get this right. We just don't want to get it right now. And I was like, pretty sure that's not what he meant. Or actually, given my experience with Kabam, that's exactly what he meant. So, yeah. How do I know I'm getting those rewards? Yeah, there should be like a little like inbox in your upper right hand corner under notifications. Thank you so much for the follows, guys. Hey, Carl, what's up, dude? Just got JJ Fearless. I'm still learning and I'm not. So the one thing I just really want to advise Old Man Easy is like is how much he ramps up. Like how even just over like multiple fights, like even just that fight there with Thing, and I played that very poorly, and we were talking whatever. But like his next fight will be significantly better, assuming he's awakened. He's a good champ. He's frustrating though, man. He's a little frustrating here. Let's see here. I think this is a Scorpion fight, right? Because we need to crit here, so we can't use JJJ. Oh no, it's probably Mojo. Let's Mojo it. Thank you again for all the follows, guys. I'm really glad like I said, I spent some time this morning. I was doing my my job work, of course, too. But then I got the stuff done that I kind of needed to get done. It sounds like we hit some sort of goal or something cool happened. No, what was that? Oh, dude, did you get us? We hit the goal. Dude, thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate that. It's really not. I'm running out of words to explain how meaningful it is to see that stuff happening. So thank you very much. What was I talking about though? I was talking about something. I don't know. You guys remember me, I'm sure. Oh, I think it was J. Jonah Jameson. So yeah, he just ramps up a lot. Like I remember when I first tested him, you know, I did the simple like Realm of Legends thing, and dude, it was like an over 200k special too. I think against Wolverine. It was significant. And oh, that's what it was. He was one of the champions that made me kind of like excited for Ascension. So I was like, okay, well, we know that all the champions are going to be ascendable, so maybe all of these 2026 champs have been designed and balanced around the idea that like people will be ascending to like Ascension 2 right away, and that's like a whole rank. So like, well, I think that's a little weird. Maybe that's how Kabam decided to go about doing it. And then we found out that no, not till 2027. And I was like, oh, now none of this makes any sense. So cool. You still haven't had to test him? The thing is, I don't think anything is making him like, you know, we were talking earlier about, first of all, I don't think he's anywhere near as good as Red Guardian or Scorpion, just to be clear. But like earlier we were talking about like how to choose between them, and how on my free to play, I will be picking Human Torch, because there's just often going to be times where he's like the best option. Like he's going to be, I will be able to rank him up to rank 3, use him immediately in Abyss, whereas I would not be able to do that with Red Guardian. And even though I like Red Guardian more, I do think that like there's a little bit of that sort of thing with JJJ. I do think he's really good. I think there's often going to be fights where he's good at, but it's going to require Kabam to make a quest or something like that where he can ramp up, and you will often, there will probably be superior champions that you could have ranked up instead or proved instead, which is it's just pretty unfortunate in my opinion, because all they had to really do was up the damage a little bit, or just have done like what they did a lot in 2025 was give them the special callouts for like battlegrounds. And that's like, if anyone tells you that's battlegrounds brain rot, you tell them that you tell them to come talk to me personally. So yeah, I can't stand that kind of. Mainly because it gets used in place. It often gets used in place of I think just making good decisions. Yeah, it's very fun to play. Omega Red took advantage. I'm doing a terrible job with my prompts. What's up, Donnie? How you doing, dude? Pablo, what's up, buddy? Thanks for being here, man. I see the follow. So I believe that's Portuguese, and I don't know how to read it. So like I kind of go to a little bit of Spanish, which I'm not too great at either. But thank you very much for being here. Gotta focus up if we're gonna get this done today. So I'm gonna be a little quiet for a while, guys. Good time for the evade to pop in. You should practice your Spanish. I should. You're right, Pablo. How are you doing, bud? Thanks a lot for being here. Pablo, I believe you know this, man. My whole family is actually fluent except for me. We had a discussion about that on this this last trip. My kids were kind of in favor of me trying to learn again. So we actually might try it. We're going to be traveling enough this summer, or we might be able to do a little bit of an immersion sort of scenario. Which for I mean I don't think I'm unique in this way. I think for most people the immersion way is by far the best. I'm Portuguese, and he says basically hello, hello, but I'm Brazilian. Oh, very cool. Thank you, Pedro. Yeah, I got the salve. It was the next word. Like my brain I was like, I know I'm not reading that word right, but thank you. You should definitely practice. Yeah. You know what was Pablo? Sorry guys, but Pablo and I have known each other for years. Is I think maybe I even told you, dude. We DM'd enough back in the day. Claro que sí. What's up, Shilling? My oldest child, she was like, I don't know, somewhere between like 2 and 3. And I was speaking Spanish to her, and she just looked at me and she was like, please don't speak Spanish to me. Just don't. And she was being very nice, you know, as a 2 or 3-year-old is. They're just very forthright, right? They don't have that thing that starts to make us like not embarrassed, but just like more aware of stuff. But yeah, and my wife and I talked, and we were like, she's probably right. Like I'm supposed to be modeling a language. I'll model English for her, and my wife modeled Spanish. Worked out great. Oh yeah, dude. These what Kabam has done with the Twitch streams, I think is thank you very much for answering questions over there, guys. I appreciate it, old man easy. Yeah, dude, Mojo's awesome, and I played him poorly in that fight too. All right, let's get to it. What was it? What Kabam has done with I think what Kabam has done with the Twitch drops is like I called it before, like a triple win. And I am very glad that Kabam did not go too hard on the supporting the CCP with the drops, the exclusive drops. I understand the motivation, and I don't think there's anything wrong with the motivation. Like, I was saying that, like, you know, when we first found out about it, that's not new. You guys pretend to make you knew that I was saying, like, I think that's fair, man. They want to do it. That's fine. What I'm glad they didn't do was go too far with it. Because that was one of my many issues when I was in the CCP, was I felt like Kabam often left the CCP out to dry a little bit, and gave people like reasonable reasons to find relief, or to be like skeptical of what the CCP people were saying. And I think if they had gone too far with it, that would have started happening to even reasonable scenarios. So I'm really glad they didn't. I have a lot of friends who are in the CCP, right? And I don't want that for them. But it's obviously great for the game, right? I mean, you can go on Twitch almost any hour of the day now, and someone is streaming MCoC. And it's just like a whole new audience, which is obviously great. Didn't mean to go. And then also a way to support like new streamers, right? Or new people trying to build a channel or whatever. Like, there's a guy who came by before I went on vacation. I guess this is like over a week ago now. I believe his channel name is Buggy. I follow him now on both my Twitch accounts for my account and the free-to-play account. And I'm like, the kid, he's not a kid. I'm just old. The young man, it really looks like he's giving it an effort. And he's got a bunch of subscribers. He's on a lot. And I was like, dude, that's cool. Like, that is really, really cool. I would have loved support like that when I was trying to get my YouTube channel going. And so for someone who's willing to put forth the work and try to improve and also showcase the game positively, for Kabam to be like providing incentives for people to give him, like, just check him out. You might like him, you might not, you know? I think it's obviously great for the streamers, and then it's wonderful for the game. And therefore it's wonderful for Kabam too. So yeah, dude, I'm a big fan of what they're doing. If there's any downside, it is that I think it is conditioning viewers to always want like a reward. But I think that's the game. Like that's MCoC, right? But like I was watching Noob today, and it wasn't like everybody. You know, I think he had like up to 1,000 people at points in time. But it was pretty common for someone to be asking for like the code or whatever, or if it was a new campaign, or if it was the same one from yesterday. Which are fine questions to ask. He wasn't like frustrated by it, but it just was a little bit of like a disingenuous audience. But I think the small negative of that is more than worth all the positives. The other reason why I'm really glad they didn't go too far with the CCP only is they had clearly said, like, it was too... There was a lot of CCP people saying that it was to prevent people who AFK stream from benefiting from the drops, and to make sure viewers were watching live channels. And there just were so many CCP saying it. I was like, come on. Like, that's such a Kabam half-truth. Like, it is transparently, obviously not correct. Because Kabam could just hand-choose who they are. And so they could, if they have the time to find out who the AFK streamers are, they obviously have the time to find out who the active channels are, and they could just approve all of them. It's not like Twitch knows who's in the CCP. Twitch doesn't care who's in the CCP. You know what I mean? Kabam was going to have to, like, name the channels. So they could have just named all the channels, obviously named myself, Pharaoh, KT, and then the last thing is, you know, there's so many non-English speaking channels who aren't in the CCP. That was always one of my issues with the CCP, is I was like, you know how many people play this game that don't speak English? Why is it so heavy? It's only English speaking channels. So I think if they had only been giving drops for English speaking channels because of the CCP, that would have sucked. And then, of course, it would be making people who don't speak English watch English-speaking channels so they could get the drops as well, too. So, like, it would have been a negative for the non-English-speaking channels and a negative for the non-English-speaking viewers, which I think, in my opinion, would have been a really crappy thing to do. So, yeah. Probably should have gone to SP3 earlier, but we'll be okay. I'll catch up on the YouTube side, guys. I didn't mean to. Like I said, I'm trying to go through this a little faster because of time constraints that I don't normally have. And it looks like Quake is very serious about wanting, I think this does it. Hey, you know, I realize I'm really far back. I think it's Becky. Thanks a lot for being here, everybody. Oh shoot, you know, off the top of my head, I'm struggling to think of someone. There's a lot, and I see the people in the chat answering the question. I did a video with a guide for this run where I reference my my test run, and then I provide other options. There's definitely a lot of options that aren't Scorpion though. Don't feel bad. I speak six. You speak 6 languages. In Spanish, it's hard for me to speak, understand well, but as hard as I speak Old Portuguese against others. Oh, interesting. And I know this just sounds like an excuse. I think English is a really tough language to have be like your dominant language for a long time, to then learn others, because English makes so little sense. Like once I started trying to learn other languages, I was like, English makes no sense. Like there's just so many rules that don't make sense. Like learning other languages, I was like, oh, that's so much more clear. That's so much more efficient. And so just, I think it can be a bit of a struggle. Let me see. Let me see. Commander's response feels tone deaf as a whole. Am I tripping or do I feel? So this I'm gonna put under like something we talked about earlier, where like so many smart people who I respect, who've, I don't want to say like stuck with me, but like we've been around each other for years. And I very much intentionally asked them, or I say like, hey, you guys want to come over to this other server I'm building? I really like being around you. So many people like that were like, Vega, like, dude, stop. Like our advice to you is stop paying attention to like what's said and try to just like act on what's happening. Does that make sense? Because one, it obviously I misspeak all the time too. Like just in this stream, I heard myself. I was like, oh, that didn't come out the way I meant it. But I think you guys got the gist of what I was trying to say. The 9.4 rewards, I think the 9.4 on its own felt a little like, oh, that's not amazing. But then I think what they did was they added in the whole Act 9 rewards, if I recall correctly. And I was like, oh, that seems pretty cool. Like, yeah, all right. Like, story content is, based on what I understand Kabam's doing, story content is not intended to be as challenging and therefore as like rewarding as like, you know, your Carinas or something like that. But it's supposed to be enough for you to like keep moving through the game, man. You know, you can keep playing story content. You're doing all right. So I can understand why that would be really disappointing to a lot of people. Like on my free to play, if I was just doing story content, yeah, dude, it'd probably feel a little disappointing, you know? Hey, what's up, Venom? Oh, I left Noel at home, man. He's too good. Noel's too strong for this content. It would have been bad. It would have been bad for the whole game. What's up, dude? What's up, Infinity? Thanks for being here, man. Thank you for all the follows over here. Double negative does not equal positive. That's one of the many things, Hicks. It's my understanding, obviously I'm not a linguist, is that part of the reason is because, thank you very much, Tiflo. That's very kind of you. Is that English is just a combination of so many different languages. You know, like it is a Latin language, right? But there's a lot of Latin languages, and then we have like German stuff in there, and there's just so many rules and like silent letters or contractions. Like it's just a lot. But if you grow up speaking it, it makes perfect sense. I'm in Spanish 1 and I understand half of it. My dad's a Spanish teacher. Dude, so I took a lot of Spanish like in high school and then a little bit in college. And I'm telling you, it wasn't until I actually went to, for me, Mexico, because it's the closest Spanish-speaking country to where I live. And it wasn't until I did an immersion program. And after like only a couple of weeks, it was really interesting. It's like my mother-in-law, it's a long story, dude. but my mother-in-law came to visit with my wife and my child at the time. We only had one at the time. That's why the okay. And my mother-in-law arrived first. She wasn't on the same flight as my wife and my child. And I picked her up at the airport, and she asked me a question, and I answered her in Spanish. And when I was done, she and I both looked at each other like, what the hell just happened? And it was pretty wild for me to realize that, like, it was simple. It was a simple question. Like, I think she was asking me, like, how are you doing? Or how was traffic? Or it was very simple. It wasn't like I went on this long explanation, but it was an answer, and I did it in Spanish. So, like, if the immersion's just, in my opinion, dude, my experience, absolutely the way to go. If you can find a way to do it. The problem is just it's not very accessible to most people, right? I see the request to read last. I will try to get to it. I'm surprised we haven't died yet. I'm trying to read, and I was watching someone stream recently, and they were talking about how difficult that is. They're a super high skill player. I can't think who it was. They don't stream a ton, and they were like, "This is really hard." I was like, "Yeah." I felt badly for them though. They weren't like upset or anything. But they're actually, it's a high skill player who's really nice. I'm trying to think who it was. Doesn't matter, I guess. As a biracial guy, mom is native. Oh, right on. Language is a big deal in my house, but the more they speak, but more the idea to speak more than others than just my common, hence why I speak Mandarin, German. That's a lot of languages, and those are not similar languages at all. Mandarin, German, Korean, or Arabic, obviously English. That's pretty impressive, Messiah. A lot of respect for that, man. I did Path 5 of the Abyss Villains Run. It was really fun. I used Null, Onslaught, Zemo, Sandman, and Luma. So on the Vega Prime account, I will be choosing between an Unawakened Null and an Unawakened Superior Iron Man as of right now. I think the Abyss Villains Run of the 4 will be the last one I do of those 4 first runs. So I'm hoping to obviously awaken the champion beforehand, because that'll help me decide who I'm going to rank up. Like, resources are rare, so I got to be pretty frugal, let's say, with it. I speak 6ish, 7ish, and sign a good bit. Dude, that's really impressive, Messiah. And sign language. Very cool, dude. Thanks for telling me. Infinite just switched over to Twitch. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. I speak Spanish right now. No hablo mucho, my friend, but I try, my friend. Let's see. Someone's asking me to read. It's been an amazing feeling. It's been amazing feeling live stream. David, if you're talking to me or you're talking about Kabam, either way, that's very exciting, and thank you so much for being here. I use Void for that path. He's amazing. He can do almost every fight. Some people struggle with Cyclops. I struggle with Cyclops. I've purposely used champions who can block unblockable, so that I had the Cyclops. Like, that was the one fight I was the most, like, not worried about, but I was like, I just don't want to deal with it. Thanks for being here. Ugur Kandemir. I probably enunciated that, but thank you so much for being here, buddy. Hola, bella y amigos. What's up, Pop Images? Someone was asking me to read last, and I'm not seeing it anymore. If you asked me to read last, dude, I'm sorry, I've just missed it. Oh, there it is, Donnie. Last message, please. Hey, Donnie, I'm going... Oh, wait. There it is. Vega did it, and All Mutant Abyss run last night. It took me a while to finish, but I did. Hell yeah, dude. So you got double credit, I assume? No. Wait. It was an Abyss run. So you're just having a good time, right? Because that's not Necropolis. That's awesome, dude. Who is your main clear? I selfishly wish you were back in the CCP. It was like having a man on the inside, but a man for the people who doesn't kiss the Kabam ring. Thanks, man. I saw people. Like I said, I was on vacation. I still technically am, but we're home now. And I saw people writing stuff in the stream chat, and I really appreciate it because they did it in the way that I asked. I was like, let's please, like, let's not be all crazy and stuff. Uh, about it, let's just say like, hey, Vega for CCP or whatever. Because honestly, I think that's what'll probably, if Kabam ever changes their mind, I think it's probably going to be that. Is going to be community sentiment. I think that's something they are interested in. Um, uh, but I think they would also have to decide they're okay with the stuff I say because I've made it clear that I'm not changing. So yeah. In hindsight, I probably should have never left. I should have just muted the whole server. Yeah. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know if I could have done it. I don't know if I could have ignored everything. Problem for me learning Spanish is my wife is Dominican and they speak so I get como tú estás? I said at least 100 million I said como estás, like no. But that's the thing with language, right, man? Is like, Beat, I assume you live here in the, in the 50 states, right? Or I guess 49, 48, 48. And hold on, I just want to make sure I don't pick the wrong debuff. In my opinion, like, dude, I can go, I like literally, I live in San Francisco. And there are multiple areas, like neighborhoods here in San Francisco that I could go to and I could hear English being spoken with like a different accent, with like different slang terms. And then shoot, man, if I go north and go over the Golden Gate Bridge into Marin County, to me the accent even starts to sound a little different. It's a little more like not Valley Girl, but there's a different accent to it. I don't know how else to explain it. And then if I go just a few miles east, I'm in Berkeley and Oakland, and dude, there's multiple cultures there, and their English is even going to be different. So it's like, I don't know. Again, I'm not a linguist, but I kind of like the whole point of the language is to communicate, right? And so as long as the people who you hope understand what you're saying, understand what you're saying, I'm like, it's valid, Like, but I get what you're saying, is you're like, if you learn how to just speak that version of, I think you said Dominican, and then you try to use it in like Mexico or Spain, it's not going to work. But here's the thing. If you come in to like Mexico speaking vosotros from Spain, they might understand you, but that's not the way they're going to be speaking. You know what I mean? So, yeah. It's kind of like if you took someone like from coastal, like if you took me and dropped me off in like Alabama, we're going to understand each other, but we're not speaking the same version of English. You know what I mean? Like some guy who grew up in coastal Southern California his whole life. It's just going to be different. When we were in France, this is like what, 7 or 8 years ago. One of my kids was quite young. They were only 3, and we had need of some some goods for a child of that age. And we were pretty early on in the trip too. I don't know what we're gonna do, and we had been doing a lot, so I told my wife, I was like, look, why don't you just stay here with the kids in the place we had rented, and I'm gonna go out and see if I can locate this device, this thing that we need, basically. And this was before like Google Maps could tell you anything anywhere, And you guys know I don't speak Spanish very well at all. I speak English. And dude, I went into so many stores and finally I found a place, and I think I walked in and I didn't even know how to say, I think I was stressed enough. I didn't know how to say, do you speak English in French, which is probably pretty simple. So I was saying like, hablas inglés? And then like a woman, I think she could tell that like I was at least trying. And I remember, because she was like, no, but I understand it. And so like I spoke bad Spanish to her and she spoke, I think like bad English back. I don't even remember what exactly we did, but like we communicated and I was able to like kind of find the thing that we need. I am a country bumpkin, so when I say ice cold, she says it sounds like ass cold. I love that stuff, man. I love that. Like, oh my God. Thank you for sharing that. But also, I love that. Like, I love that whole thing. Like, that whole, like, we're just laughing. We're laughing with each other. You know what I mean? I love that. I'm from San Jose. A lot of San Jose's. Which one, bud? Like, San Jose just south of San Francisco? I assume that's what you mean. But like, there's San Jose del Cabo. There's San Jose in, Costa Rica, right? It's the capital of Costa Rica, I believe. There's a San Jose. There's a lot of San Jose's, as you know. What part of the city are you from? Oh, yeah. You're talking about San Francisco. I'm in the southern part of the city. Scorpion's amazing. This is why traveling is so educational. Even if you don't learn a language, understanding the culture is very important. Yeah. I really love it. I know it's not for everybody, you know? I know it's not for everyone. But I'm glad I was able to I feel very fortunate I've been able to take a lot of time to travel. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm realizing I haven't looked at YouTube in a minute. Cajun French or actual French might be. No, that's a good one. That makes a lot of sense to me. What's up, work? Quebec French too? Yeah. I mean, that language crossed like a whole ocean, man. It's gonna happen. What's up, Infamous? It's great to see you, by the way. It's going really well. We're having a whole cool conversation about language and stuff. Zemo was for Quake, and will probably be for Joe Fixit. And I think there's another one off the top of my head. I did like test runs on these whole runs, so like we're kind of just getting the content done a little bit. I am trying to go a little faster because I don't have a ton of time today. But thanks for being here, bud. I think we can do that. I'll try to. This is one of the fights that could go sideways, so I'm going to try to focus up a little bit here. You guys mind? What's up, Pim? How you doing, bud? I'm holding on to the falter in case she does get to her special too, and it's blockable. Wasn't unblockable, but it's still nice to use. Took my shit to R5 now. I have Jean Grey. Dude, you have 2 R5s? Wow, that's a lot. Congratulations, by the way. What's up, Pilgrimdorf? How you doing, man? Thank you for the subscribe. Really appreciate everyone who's subscribing. You have 3? Holy, what the heck, man? Save some for everybody else. Oh, man. I think this is our death. But yeah, congratulations. Yeah, I did miss the Strange. Japan would surprise you. I spent 3 months there. Everybody couldn't understand or translate. For us when we went to the south. So I was in Japan for I think like 2.5 weeks last spring. Well, it was like 2 weeks. I don't know, somewhere around there. Thank you so much for the subscribe, him. Let's get you up on the board. See, it's where you're getting to read stuff like that. I don't care. We died to Captain Marvel with Mojo. I don't care. It was cool getting to read and hang out with you guys. Thank you very much for the subscribe. Did I spell it right? Yeah, looks right. And dude, I loved Japan. Like it was one of the few times I really felt like it was a place I had truly never been before. Not sure how else to really explain that. My wife and I have kind of talked about it quite a bit, where that she had a similar experience of like everywhere else we had traveled. We're like, I feel like this is cool. I've never been here, and it's unique in its own way, but I feel like I've seen versions of this or whatever. And I think part of that's maybe being from Southern California. Um, and like a lot of the places we had traveled had been like Latin America, like even like Italy and France, like I don't know. I'm not sure how else to explain it, but Japan was absolutely amazing. I couldn't have, I can't wait to go back. Uh, oh, dude, O's fans, thank you so much. Thank you very much, buddy. Very generous donation. Thank you very much, buddy. And celebrated the 30K subscribers. That's very cool of you. Thank you, dude. Go Korea, a whole new world. Yeah, we should check it out. I This summer, I think we're gonna head back to Hawaii. I had a wonderful time. My family had a wonderful time. Um, and we're taking like more smaller, more local trips this summer. And then I think we're planning to go to Italy is like our next like kind of more longer trip, call it, like longer flight. But yeah, I'd be very interested in going. I know my kids would love it. What was your favorite thing or place in Japan? Kyoto, the city of Kyoto. Like I really, well, so dude. I mean, if I had to pick like a city to go back to, we literally just talked about this. Uh, like this week, my family and I talked about it while we were on vacation together. And everyone agreed that like if we were picking one city, we would go back to Kyoto, and we would love to like stay there like at least a week or so to kind of like just more there. However, we went to something called Kinosake Onsen. It was like a whole onsen town. That was unreal. Like just absolutely amazing. I wish I could have had like 2 full days there. Tokyo is obviously incredible. Um, it's big. It's really big. I think most people know that. But just did so many cool things there. Just really fun. Just like a really fun, vibrant. Let's see if we can end this. And then we got this, dude, it was crazy. It was one of the most unique experiences of my life. Um, we got to spend the night in a shrine, like an actual, like, working shrine. It was up in the mountains to the point where it was spring when we were there. Like we went to see the cherry blossoms, and we were really lucky. Like the cherry blossoms were in full bloom while we were in Japan. And we took like a train, and then we took another train, and then we got on this bus where like no one spoke English. Google Translate was not helping at all. And we stopped in something called Strawberry Town. I don't know what it's actually called in Japanese. Obviously, I wouldn't just call it Strawberry Town. Um, Sorry, I need to respond to something from my wife real quick. And oh, hold on, one other thing, real fast. Hey, uh, Kabam! I accidentally made a purchase on my Vega Prime account. Not a money purchase. I accidentally spent 2,000 units on empowered crystals, which I did not want to do, and I was very disappointed when I saw the button that I had accidentally hit. And they fixed it. That's really cool. Like Ups to kabam. That is not the experience I used to have many years ago. In fact, I almost didn't even file a ticket because I was like, dude, they're never gonna fix this. Like, but within like I don't know 3 or 4 hours, I think that's awesome. Like, and that's on my free to play account. I want those units back. I don't want those crystals. That's awesome. I'm really happy about that. But we went up to the shrine. Um, there was one younger. I'm not sure what the right term is actually. Now that I think about it, but he understood enough English where we were able to kind of communicate. And they had these beautiful grounds. It was snowing. We took this bus that was like 45 minutes up into the mountains. They dropped us off at this bus stop. It was just like magical. I don't know how else to explain it. It was so outrageously like calm and serene, and we got to use their baths, and it was like pretty much just us. And this old woman like made us dinner and breakfast the next day. And then there was like this little like kind of restaurant down at like there was like a drive to get into the shrine, and there was this driveway. The driveway's not the right word for it though, but it's how you like entered the property. And this like husband wife team had this little restaurant, and like you could buy like some souvenirs or something because a lot of people stop at the shrines, right? Like this shrine, they were about safe driving. I'm actually looking to see if I have. We bought a bunch of the stickers and things. I don't think I have them in this room. And the shrine was about like safe travels, like safe traveling. It was just amazing, just an absolutely just amazing, beautiful place. So yeah, so you guys got me talking. I loved that trip. Yeah, I had the same to me, and they fixed it 48 hours, no issues. Yeah, it's not, dude. Was support right? That's awesome. Do I think R2 Century is sufficient for the hero best? I honestly don't know. I truly don't know. And I thought I was going to be ranking up Century for it on my free to play, but you guys will see the pools and stuff. I think I'm going to have a better team with champions I'm going to be able to use elsewhere. So I honestly don't know. And I don't know if Nagasi was using a rank 3 or rank 4 Century. Vega, I realized my actual gameplay videos I make on YouTube get me less views, so I decided to embrace talking because of my last rank video. So here's what I want to tell you, Hicks, is and thanks for the message, is there's an idea out there, and I'm aware because I see it and I read it, and Kabam has even, I've noticed, started like saying it in their posts and stuff, which I just made me shake my head, that YouTubers do negativity for clicks. I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, I have never done a negative, ranty, critical video for clicks. And I think the vast majority of MCoC YouTubers are the same. I can't speak for everyone because I don't know their exact experience or mindset or anything like that. But here's what happens when you do a critical video is, one, when you do a critical video or you criticize Kabam, it reaches out to an audience that is just really angry. And the second you aren't critical, they're just pissed off at you now. Also, those videos rarely perform well long term. Like they're very in the minute, right? So like today it might do well, and your experience might be different. I don't know. And then last but not least, at some point, and this is my experience for sure, is if I'm constantly criticizing, right? Why am I playing? Like, why am I playing the game? Like, it's not fun. And I've found, and if you go back on my Twitter, you'll see screenshots because I started getting accused of doing critical videos for clicks. And I was like, that could not be more wrong. Like, and then I had even showed like my last 10, because on YouTube Studio, you can see your last 10 videos and how they compare to each other. And I'd show like, here's the last 10 videos. 2 could maybe be considered negative or critical. And here's 8. And sure enough, the top performers are the positive ones, like, or about a champion or something like that. Like, the audience wants to know that you're being real and genuine. and they want to know that you've got like their back, at least by being honest with them. But more often than not, they want to know how to play the game or be entertained. So I'm just giving you a little bit of like, yeah, my experience with it. All right, I should play. Guys, thank you very much. There's a lot of really smart players in both chats, but I saw the question there. Thank you for answering that one there. Let's see the question. Learn something, be entertained. Hope a little bit of both. Hey, someone's watched all the way to the end. What's up, Sam Scripts? How you doing? Yeah, it's an interesting one. Because trust me, if I had not been on vacation, you may have seen a couple like critical, let's call them, videos from me over the last week or so. But I don't know. That's one of the beauties of streaming more too. You know, we've talked about that at length. Of that streaming, we can like talk. I've also noticed that not being in the CCP, Kabam is irritating me less. I don't think that's a coincidence. Thanks for answering that, old man easy. I don't really know Path 5 at all anymore. I just know this easy path because we. I think it's the bloopers TV phenomenon. I think so too. Like it's the train wreck, it's the whatever, right? That thing. But I think when that's all you do, or it becomes like what you're known for, or why people tune in, I think it loses its power, right? Or its draw, or whatever you want to call it. And I could not disagree more with the concept that YouTubers, MCoC YouTubers, do negative videos for the clicks. It's more like, no, it's because you guys are doing some shady stuff. like that's not even like trying to spin something positively. That's just like flat out lying. When I saw that recently, I was like, oh no. All right, whatever. I didn't think that was going to connect. Wouldn't R2 work for this? I don't know, man. Looks like some people are saying, yeah. These fights aren't technical, for the most part, they're not technically hard. Like, compared to what I think current in-game players used to doing. They're just bigger health pools. And if you have the right matchup. So that's good to know. I just don't have experience with it. So that's why I don't want to say. I guess at some point the charges could come into play, but I think even there, probably not, especially if you're boosted. P-Flow, what's up, buddy? I tried to read your question and evade that. Didn't work out so well. How do you feed them higher level than you? Oh, I've just played for a very, very long time. And I really appreciate the positive comments you're making. I saw the one earlier too. Thank you. There's actually much, much better players than me. I'm an above average player. But there are players who are much more skilled than me for sure. There's a variety of them. If you're familiar with my YouTube channel, you'll know that I have a group called the Illuminati who helps me out with like all the tier lists and the rankings. They share their experience and stuff like that. And yeah, they're all better players than me. Yeah, they're all better players than I am. But thank you. It's very kind of you. I hope everyone's going well. It is, Charles. Oh, Charles, dude, that was you that won, right? On the live stream? I'm almost positive it was. I forgot to see your answer. I hope everyone's going well. It was Serp Onslaught, Shothra, that's a nice team. To use your Onslaught Slade Collector didn't even use his emo. Hell yeah, man. Congratulations. Do I think Gladiator will be better than Heimdall for Epoch? I don't know. I'm seeing him in some runs. I was watching Noob's video this morning over breakfast. Hicks. Read your last? Okay, bud. I wanted to make an April Fool's joke. Those are always dangerous, in my opinion. On Wednesday, and it devolved into me talking about how Kabam needs to stop over monetizing stuff because I recently made a new account and there were so many nice. So I think those are like, yeah. I think obviously, you know, I'm not afraid of constructive criticism. I'm not aside of like calling shit out. I'm like, so of course I think that's good. I think it's good for your audience to know that you mean what you're saying. They're not always going to agree with you, but at least they know that like he actually meant that, you know. If I'm only average, it's so hard to. I played so long with like the best players in the world that I'm like, I know I'm not as good as them. That's it, you know. But I don't think I'm bad either. That's for sure. But like, watch when I do Epoch, it's gonna get ugly, dude. It's gonna get really freaking ugly. Yeah, I won. Oh, cool. Not sure what I won. It isn't champ choice though, but I'm happy about it. The message me tonight about wanting my game name alliance tag. All right, cool, dude. Well, congratulations. Hope you won something cool. All right, this fight is the one that like Venom's not the best for. Can you guys let me know these 20% champion boosts? Where am I getting them from? Because I don't have them on my Vega Prime account, and I really could use them. And I can't figure out where I'm getting them on this 583 pay to win account. They're obviously coming from somewhere. I'm assuming they might be part of an alliance event, which would explain why I've got them on one, not the other. Oh, so if you're going to swap out Jay Jonah, who would you replace him with? I mean, he's really just here for the collector. So I would use whoever you want to try for the collector. If you're using this team, bud. And I think you have a lot of these champions at high rank. Jay Jonathan is truly just here for me to try to sell the collector with him. And he's fun. I like using him. But that's it. Thanks again, Old Man Easy, for answering questions. I think you guys know this by now, but I mean, he's even an officer in my alliance, like an insanely smart player. Hey, Pablo, what's up, dude? Pablo, all right. I'm seeing your earlier question, dude. If you didn't hear it because it's come up a couple of times, let me know. You guys, you know, it's not like spam. Just repeat the question. But thanks for being here, dude. Yeah, dude, Dr. Bong. I honestly did not know if Dr. Bong was real. It was like Kabam loves their April Fools, and they get pretty into them. Like they create whole quests for him, as seen. Like they spend time on it. Like and like look, let's just. I'm not trying to crap on Kabam. Okay, that's not what this is about. Is they legitimately spend time on them, and usually their April Fool's jokes are really polished. And so I saw that and I was like, I think this is an April Fool's joke, but I don't know. And so I think I put it out on Twitter where I was like, do you guys think this is real or a joke? And most people who responded were like, I think this is real. And that's cool. I as much as dude, Ruby Thursday scares the hell out of me, dude. I don't like anytime something's got like a weird head or whatever, it weirds me out. So I'm not excited about that. But I do like when like they don't take stuff too seriously. You guys have heard me say that. Like this game's about the hype, the excitement, the playing a variety of champions, favorite Marvel characters. And it's good that they've got some more detailed stuff for people to get into. I'm not saying it's bad. But I think they're just I think for 11 years they've been great about the hype, the excitement, like the art, you know, and then giving us places to use all these good champions. And so I'm excited about Bong and Ruby, even though Ruby freaks me out. If you're wondering why I'm going more SB2s, I'm kind of just trying this out. He goes bleed immune every time he gets armor up, and I'm not going to be able to keep the armor up off of him. So the bleeds aren't really going to get an opportunity to stack up. So, this is the one downside to this team. It's fun. And I do need to pay a little bit of attention when we get... Shit. Gotta hustle up if we're gonna... We might... I'm almost wondering if we should go to special 3. I'm gonna try that out. Remember, this is only a rank 3 Venom, too. I know, I would imagine a lot of the Venoms we've seen have been rank 3. Bomb. Yeah, it's just cool. Thank you so much for the follows, by the way. I see that. I'm glad we got that set up with Stream Elements. You use Scream for this? She crushed it. It's good. I think that's why I think the community overall is enjoying the Volume 4 Carina challenges. It feels like there's a lot of choice. The champions are powerful enough where they can do the fights. You're able to make a few mistakes, as seen right there, and you're gonna be okay. I think sentiment's gonna change quite a bit with Epoch. Yeah, they've been great. Pablo, how you doing, man? I feel like I see you pop into the Discord or stream chat every once in a while. I hope you're well. Appreciate you hanging out. I don't know if it is going faster, but it sure feels faster going to the SVTs. Dante was leaving again. Yeah, Dante's retired. I think from the whole game. He's done this before. I mean, dude, I know a lot of people retiring. I know a lot of people are retiring, and almost all of them, it's due to the game itself. It's not due to, like, real life things or anything like that. It's more like they're just like, I don't want to play anymore. Yeah. Yeah. It's unfortunately, I think it's very real. I think it's very real. Dark Sky, I had similar thoughts to you, but they always have ways of, like, hiding's the wrong word because it has a bit of a negative context, I think, and I don't mean it negatively. Kabam often has a way of making a defender or making a champion have some defensive threats that maybe aren't as initially obvious on paper. An example would be, like, I don't think anyone thought Doctor Strange was going to be much of a defender. And I'm not saying he's, like, a hard defender, but he definitely has some defensive threat. I think Nico's defensive threat is significantly higher than I know I realized when she came out. I thought she was just going to be asking for kind of a certain thing, but the more I play against her, the more I'm like, no. Given AI and stuff, she can just really be a bad time. AI and animations. There was something about Bong's kit too that made me think he had some defensive threat. I don't remember it off the. I just remember when watching the stream. Oh, I think it's like the last hit. He's got reversal. I think Bong has reversal if you end a combo against him, which for some champions would just be a problem. Oh yeah, Charles is saying it right there. Which for some champions would be a problem, right? There's champions who need to end combos. So that'll just be difficult already. and then just kind of file it under like things you need to remember with over 300 champions in the game. This feels like it's taking longer than when I did this on my... I think I just threw SP2s on the test run. SP1. I don't remember what I did. It took a long time though. It wasn't fast. I tried to read the chat, but I can't. It's not enough time. If AI 2 is designed for each character... Yeah, I hear what you're saying, and I think that could be cool. I don't think that's... I honestly, I have no idea what Kabam's doing with AI 2.0. I know I've read things. I know I was told a variety of things. I really like how Rich has been phrasing it lately in a lot of his videos. He's been talking about like the pitch from Kabam versus what we actually experience in the game, or like the execution of it. I've heard a variety of pitches about AI 2.0 from Kabam. This is over many years now. They've been talking about the AI for 4 to 5 years, I believe. And none of them have mentioned that, but to the point of it all, their pitch and the execution are often very different. So, yeah. The one consistent thing I've heard about AI 2.0 is that they want more control, meaning like, and not like control as in being able to tell it to do certain things all the time. More they want to be able to prevent it from doing things. I'm not going to pretend I know how to build an AI though, or anything like that, or try to like explain it any more than that. So we'll see. Aside from like reminding my viewers so they can make informed decisions. So aside from reminding people that like, hey, Kabam's been talking about AI for 5 years, and AI 2.0 in specific for now, I've kind of just forgotten about it. Like, I'm like, all right, well, yeah, if it comes, then I guess that's good. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see it when it gets here. Given the charges that we've used, I can sufficiently say this was not as fast as the test stream run. What's up, Crazy Canuck? How you doing, man? And good Friday indeed, sir. I just got him down. It's amazing. We died. I think we died to this fight last time. Poor Mojo. Died earlier. Here's the man I'm trying to stop from retiring. Yeah, dude, I get it though, man. When Crazy told me, I was like, it sounds like you're making a good decision. Ace, what's up, dude? I wonder if heavy counters is a combo into I mean, dude, Pablo, you've been right about Gladiator, dude. That versatility. The guy that designed him is a really good designer. I have a lot of respect for him. Comes up with some really cool concepts, and I think finds ways for them to like be valuable if the player can like express the skill. For sure. I do like spending, so I buy a plat pass. I'm excited for Dr. Font. It is not easy to read and play, but I'm doing it so far. Nope, no. All right, I gotta play. I know you've tried to send me that message like 3 times. I appreciate you continue to try, because I've been reading it and then I start playing. Also happy we'll get our hands on free. Dude, I've reached the point where like Kabam doing stuff I argued with them over last year just so freaking much. I'm just happy they're not. I'm just happy they are. Like, it's a shame. It's really a shame. Like, they could have just been like, hey man, that's a cool idea. We hear you. We're trying stuff out. Maybe we'll consider that in the future. And I would be like, cool man, it's your game. You make it. I just provide some ideas and some thoughts on my community. That's it. But no. Insult had to be given. And then lo and behold, here they are. Giving out a free Human Torch. Much like moving champions lower into the milestones. Why me suggesting that was ever considered threatening or angry behavior, I have no idea. Hey Pedro, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be able to read all that right now. I know you don't know when you wrote that. I just wanted to explain why I'm not responding to it right now. We might need to throw our special 3. He's gaining power. I'd like. Yeah, he's got 2 of them now. Accident striker. That was not on purpose. Come on, Joe. Actually, he's gaining power so fast I can't look up. Fun thing about this game is I met some guys in the alliance like 7 years. We were all from countries, able to play the game for a while. Contact. That's cool. Now you're all back in the game. That's awesome. That is cool. Like, and I do think often it is the community. If I didn't have a YouTube channel, and because of the YouTube channel, I've got the alliance and the Discord server, no way in heck I'd still be playing. Absolutely no way in hell. And that's not supposed to be a comment on the game. It's just, it's a comment on 11 years, you know? Yeah, free starts is free. And to be clear, I never said, what I had said was I would not rank him up until we knew how he'd be available to everybody. So I think them giving him to free, also like, come on. And there's nothing wrong with this. I think they know that the community is not very happy right now, in general. Even with them putting out, I think, some of the best content that they put out. Like, I think Carina's been amazing. There's just been a lot of stuff that's been upsetting to a variety of people. And so throwing a little free King Torch, a little free Red Guardian, while they also get to make sure we log in every day, it's a win-win, dude. And dude, there's nothing wrong with that. That's like giving free samples at the frozen yogurt store or at ice cream. Like, that's just good business. Nothing immoral or wrong with that. You guys are talking hockey over there, I think. All right. We're getting there. Any of you advanced emo players and know, should I start throwing SV3s now or still continue to build some leagues? I don't know. I actually like the questions about Human Torch. I like Red Guardian a lot. And as an overall champion, I don't know. I often find myself using Red Guardian more than I think I would a Human Torch. I just think the places where there are often times where Human Torch is just by far the best answer to the problem with the Defender and Node combo. So his value is just so high. So I know, like on my free to play, I'll be selecting him for sure. Also, Red Guardian to be played at a competitive level really does want high sig. Once I threw a bunch of 6-stones into mine, he was critting like, I don't want to say guaranteed. Guaranteed is a bit much, but it was definitely a noticeable amount more. And I think when you're using Red Guardian, you're really wanting those crits to come in. And then I know other people who are going to take Craven. I'm just going to throw the SV3s. Him having this advanced combat power is annoying. You're almost there, I think. That's what you have to 99. Okay. Is there like a trigger at 99, or is it's just smart to wait till you get? But at this point, I think we're just going to throw special 3s anyway. But thank you. I appreciate the answer to the question. Actually, I think the SB2 will do it. There we go. Smart to wait. That's all. Okay, thanks, Sage. Yes, Human Torch is in the selector. And I apologize for not getting videos out. Yesterday was not going to work for me to record. Make sure you're logging in every day. I think it's for 2 weeks. It's in the calendar. I thought there was going to be something in the web store, but I have not seen anything in the web store, so maybe it's all going to be directly through the calendar. There was one other thing that I was like, I wanted to get video out. I would have normally gotten a video out on Twitch drops, but you guys are already here watching Twitch, so you guys are already aware. And if you want Blade, make sure you're paying attention to all those events. There's a lot next month. I think that was it, actually. And the America Chavez stuff, we'll be talking about that. Just make sure you log in. I know not everyone likes her, but I think she's a very good champion, for sure. Webster should have the currency in at the end of the week. Okay. Yeah. And I'll be live streaming that on the 9th when it goes live. I finished Abyss. I don't know. It's nice, dude. Sinister, Onslaught, D-Thanos, D-Hulk. That's a nice team you got there. Hey, please make sure to scroll up to see Pierce screen message. Oh, thank you. First time watching stream, and being a female player, I have to say that you're a pure delight. I never know where the conversation will lead, or even if it's growth. Thank you for your phone. Oh wow. Yeah. Thank you very much for saying that. And I want to be really clear that I don't. And this might be kind of part of what you're saying is like yeah, I'm not going to make a bigger deal out of it. Thank you very much. I really appreciate the comment. Thanks a lot for being here, and you're always welcome. And I hope you always feel completely comfortable. Like, that's not necessarily like, it's not like a stated goal of my streams or content, but it's just, I'm very much me. I guess that's the best way to say it. Like, I'm just being me. So I appreciate you guys hanging out and finding it an enjoyable place to be. So thank you. Yeah, you got it. Peace. Eat Reese. So much for being here. And thank you for reminding me to look up. I will admit I will have missed the message. Hopefully inequity is strong enough to help us out. Mortals SB3 doesn't typically get that hard. The stun though, that's not that bad. Okay, let's see if we can reset this. The worst thing about MCoC is if you start new, you're kind of screwed because to catch up takes so long to start over a year. There is a lot. Shoot, I don't think we can attack him because it's a stun buff. There is a lot. I think this game is very complicated. I believe Kabam is aware that is a problem, or as far as like a barrier for new players. I'm not sure they know how to handle it, and I'm not sure there's a good answer. Like, for a lot of these things, they are in uncharted territory, right? Like, a game lasting 11 years, this is just uncharted territory. Shoot, Mordo doesn't heal, so we're not gonna... I'm trying to think if there's a way for us to heal. I don't think there is, except for that fate seal being on us. You all have heard me say multiple times, and I truly mean it. Like, unfile this under the, like, you guys know I mean what I'm saying, you won't always agree with it. This is a game in transition. I think it's been a game in transition for a while. I think them having such an amazing banquet is really allowing them to probably lean into it, like embrace this game in transition. And they're going to do a lot of things that are upset players. And potentially have people leave. Like, I don't think they want to. Of course not. But I think they're... I think what Mike was really trying to say, and again, I'm not blaming him. It's speaking publicly is not easy, especially for over an hour, especially if it's something people aren't going to want to hear, was that they are taking the long view on all of this stuff. They hope we enjoy it along the way, of course. But that with almost everything they're doing, all these changes, like you think about like protection and daunted, echo damage, right? That new term that's been coming up. Just all this various stuff. I think they're trying very hard to set up the game that they think will be successful for a longer period of time. And yeah, it's going to upset some people and it's going to not upset others. Like, I think that makes sense. And so, like, I think the idea was we could make Ascension land better in the moment, but we think if we do that, it will create longer term problems. And we would prefer not to do that for ourselves, because then we end up in scenarios like we're having to do with like Vigor, where we have to change the way these things work, and they'd rather not do that. So they're kind of erring on the like less exciting side right now. I think I answered your actual question. I'm not sure. Name I blush. Sage, yeah. I was yeah. Just and also rethink, like, yeah. Sometimes people don't want you to make a big deal about something. And I was like, this isn't one of those times to make a big deal about something. It was just a nice compliment. We have some odd combos, though, when we play. So that I was going to kind of go there a little bit, is like, I definitely think I make some jokes that some people might feel to be off color or whatever. But so you guys don't know this, like you guys know I'm a little older, right? And so I'm probably not as tall as I once was. But I used to be well over, like very clearly over 6 feet tall. And I used to be a pretty big deal. I'm still not small, but I used to be a big guy. I was a college athlete, like and I became aware of how intimidating my presence could be. And when I became aware of that, I very consciously made choices to be like, I'm not looking to intimidate people. Like, that's not my goal. Like, unless something's like wrong, right? You know, And so trying to become aware, still being myself, still make jokes, still like do things while also creating a space where I think as long as I'm not sure how to phrase this, but like there's no intended threat or harm behind any of the jokes, but being very aware that due to my presence, my size, my I know I'm going to make so many people very upset with this term, but I do think it's real. My privilege that I'm making you uncomfortable, and then I'm like leaning into that. The joke is never to make you uncomfortable. The joke is to maybe either make fun of myself or just make fun of like real life experiences. I've never really tried to like explain that, so please, if that came out wrong, please give me a little space on it. All right, this is just the nullify one. How old are you? I am 47. I'll be 48 in September. I played water polo. I will admit, I don't want to over glamorize. I played for a very short period of time. I had not started playing water polo until I was in high school, which was pretty unusual. And I did not enjoy it as much as I enjoyed some other sports, but water polo was where I had the most like success. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And so yeah. Part of me wishes I had stuck with it. Any suggested epoch on hero and villain? I did do two video. I did at least one video guide on it. I will be running it on my free to play, hopefully as soon as this week. It's going to be a stretch on that account. That account is still pretty small. And you know, I'm always if I can't answer it, or if I like my answers aren't helpful, which is fine, I totally respect it. I'm always suggesting out my boards, MCoC Noob and MCoC Encyclopedia. I think Nagasi is some guy, Grass, I'm sure a lot of people in the chat might be able to help you. And then we have a whole channel for Carina's on the Discord as well. Thank you, Teddy. I'm not sure which part, because I don't know exactly when you wrote that, but I imagine you're talking about the like the whole thing with humor. It's not intended to make anyone feel threatened or something like that. 47, still a baby. I feel young. I feel young. I feel old in some ways. I've recently started doing martial arts at a dojo I absolutely love, and that has very much shown me like how not athletic I am now compared to what I once was. But in many ways, I feel extremely young. Like I feel as young as, you know, like teenager. Like in moments like right now, where I'm enjoying playing the game. Thank you, Work. I appreciate you answering those questions on the YouTube side, but hey guys, I see the time, and I just want you to know, because I don't want to waste your time. If you're here to see the collector fight, we're almost not getting it. It's not going to have the time for it, and I apologize. We've had a lot of fun talking and hanging out. Hey, what's up, Kurt? How you doing, buddy? Legend, I know that's a very, like, I want to be clear, I'm not ignoring your question. I'll just say I work in nonprofit. But many years ago, I kind of answered that question, and it just got really strange. So I apologize. I kind of learned to like not give out too much personal info. But I think your question is a totally legit question, and an understandable one as well. Have a great one, Charles. Thanks for hanging out, bud. Hope you have a great weekend. Oh, that was fun. That was a fun way to get the prompt. Oh, wait. Why didn't we get the prompt? We punished a special, didn't we? That's nonsense. Legend. Yeah. Thanks for understanding. Again, like I said, yeah, your question was totally normal, and yeah. Yeah, Debbie, thank you very much. It's very kind of you. I really appreciate the compliment. Buddy. What's up, Amon? Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate all the follows, guys. I'm glad we set up that bot to do that. We used to have an alert, and it started to be pretty distracting for the viewers, especially in the early days when Kabam first started up the drops. But thank you so much for all the follows. You guys know that's really helpful to a channel. Do I plan to go full-time M2C content creator? No. I am very, very, very fortunate that here, let me remind myself of this, because I was considering using. Why was I considering using Mojo for this? Howard gets buffs, or is let's use Mojo. The worst thing that happens is it doesn't go. I'm very fortunate that I don't rely on this money at all. In fact, like I think last month was an expensive month MCoC wise for videos and stuff. The channel still made more than I spent, and that's been important to me for a few years now. I value money a lot. A lot of respect for it. And I value other people's, like, I respect other people's money, maybe that's the way to put it. But I'm very fortunate that I'm very comfortable in life. My job is very flexible, which is what allows me to do all the stuff you've seen and all that. But no, it's like a full-time thing for me. In my perfect world, though, I'm streaming 3 to 4 times a month. And getting out at least 3 to 4 videos a week. I just don't ever want to force videos. Like, I know, like, it's smart to kind of get a video out every day at the same time and all that. For covering a video game, but it just... I don't ever want to force it. Man, I think because of the size of champions, it's hard to... We back. What I miss besides Howard that it sounds? Just more talking, dude. Yeah, I need to be. I understand why you're asking for the heavy. Thanks. I appreciate the reminder. We're almost there. He has crit resist, or what's going on? For those who don't know, it's those indestructible charges will go down from crits or heavy attacks. There, we finally did it. Hey, have a great one, Pablo. Appreciate you hanging out, buddy. Bad time to try to reach out. This is a fight I kind of don't want to do over, so I'm gonna focus on the game a little bit here. Mojo's crit is probably pretty bad. Yeah, that's a good point, especially because that's just not where his damage is coming from. I do appreciate though, Ricky. Thanks for saying something, because I was just mindlessly playing. Should start cooking now, though. Dude, that punish heavy attack one worked. I think that's what you're talking about with the XL champs. Because I feel very much we've been in the punish window. But I guess it's just the XL champ thing. That's the second time. And I used the falter the first time. No, there's plenty of room, dude. The pool is warm. The Mojo pool is warm. Jump in and have fun. I do feel like he's had a big, I don't even know if it's a renaissance is the right word, but the Mojo love has been pretty crazy last, I don't know, basically since Andy started showing it. But he's a great champion. I think this is another example of like Kabam smartly not making the game just about battlegrounds, you know? How long they're able to keep this up, I don't know. There's only so many Carina challenges they can do, but I do think it's been really good. And he's not bad in battlegrounds. Guess that's why he was in the loyalty pool. Yeah, that makes sense. I kind of forgot he was. Wait, Mojo was in the loyalty pool? Is that where he was? Okay. Yeah, that sounds right. I don't remember where I got him. And to be honest, I don't even remember why I think I had all those 6 stones left over from the Valentine's Day. So I was just like, oh, I'll do this. And he's just worked out well for me. I think I should have been playing aggressive this whole time. More aggressively. If I wanted to down. Hey, what's up, Beat? I see the comment, but I'll try to read it in a minute. Gotta parry him. If you guys still have this challenge to do, I've seen a couple of people talking about the heal. You just well-timed block it. I know it's not always the easiest thing to do, but it'll turn it off. It's like Ultron, I believe. Right? I think it's Ultron. He's like that. Oh, this is one of the 5 million health pool. Yeah, okay. This isn't going that slow. See you, Beat. If it was Beat taking off. See you, buddy. Thanks a lot for being here. I'll still read your comment though in a minute. After work, have a good one. Happy Easter, buddy. Hope you have a great weekend. See you, Mr. McGill. Have a great one, buddy. Yeah, have a great holiday weekend, buddy. Great Easter. Ricky, you know what's buddy? I don't know if you're responding to something I said or it was in the chat. That sounds like a drama with an easy answer. I don't know. I don't even know what I was talking about. If it was to me, if you want to repeat it, I'll be happy to respond. The current war tactic is tailored for Mojo, basically unstoppable. Yeah, it's. I mean, dude, Kushala just pops off too. Breathless, I don't know. Answering sounds. Oh, okay, cool. Dread's here. Dread's here. Hey, what's up, dude? Who is this Twitch partner? What's up, dude? Partner looks good on you, my friend. You gonna be streaming in a bit, Dread? I just got back from vacation, so I'm trying to get a little content done. Hey, Big, I just finished my villain best round. Nice. I can't decide on which reward to pick. I haven't completed CCP1 challenges yet, so I don't have Starkey. Which one would you suggest? Oh, dude. It's like the two you named, man. Ironheart's an amazing champion, okay? She's an incredible champion. I love her. She's so powerful. She's so good. She's not very good in Battlegrounds. So if you like Battlegrounds, I probably would not go Ironheart. She's good. Like, Old Man Easy, amazing player. Got rank 4. He does really good stuff with her. But if you're trying to like compete in high tier Battlegrounds, probably not your gal, okay? Stark Spider-Man, I don't even know how to explain him. He is a beast. He's outrageous. He's so good, especially if you can awaken him. And you don't need him at like the super high sig. I don't remember what sig I took him to. I did a video on rank 4 Stark Spider-Man, and I'm sure I referenced the sig in there. I apologize if you watch it and I didn't. But I remember, I think I had him like sig 40 or 60. I don't remember. I would personally, I would probably go Stark Spider-Man because he's that good. He's not gonna be like, I don't know how to explain this, man. He just does stuff that he shouldn't, but he does. Yeah, I don't know how else to explain that one. Vega, have you built out your UPOC team? No. My first rank 5 was America Chavez. That video performed very poorly, so YouTube stopped throwing it out. I don't know. That's just the way the algorithm works sometimes. But you know, if this is Hyperion, I should focus. And one of the things we were talking about earlier in the stream, typically when I go on vacations, like, I do a lot of thinking about my channel, like what I'm doing. And I did have my eye on how Kabam was going to do the whole CCP drops thing. I was being serious with you guys when I told you, like, even if they had done the plan they had said, like, I wasn't too concerned about it. Like, I think it's smart to support your TCP. Like, it's all good. For me personally, I get why it bothers me. But I enjoy streaming a lot. And so, and I'm enjoying my Vega Prime account, that free to play, so much, dude. Like, this pay to win account, this pay to win account, I'm not trying to compete in like super high tier battlegrounds. I'm not trying to play tier 1 war. I did those things I mean, I never competed in too high of a tier of Battlegrounds. Stated. But that's not what I'm doing, man. Like, I'm just trying to inform and entertain. And so you're gonna see a lot more of the Vega Prime. You're gonna continue to see it. That's why the openings this last week have been about it. And one of the, I don't know if it's like, yeah, it's a change, I guess, is on this pay-to-win account. I want to involve you guys more. Like, in the, like, hey, who should I rank up? Who do you guys want to see ranked up? You know? That's who I'll test. That's who I'll do videos on. That's who I'll see how they do in Tier 3 War. That's who I'll see how they do in whatever Battlegrounds level I'm playing in. Maybe they'll be good in Arenas Volume 5. Maybe they'll be good for, so, like... And I'm not gonna just, like, you know, I'm not gonna let you guys have me rank 5 like Craven or something crazy, but yeah, I want to make it fun and interactive. And so if I'm gonna spend, I want it to be for entertainment and for like engagement with you guys. I don't want to spend on the game for its own sake. So, and I'm gonna keep spending because people enjoy seeing. Like, I don't mean they enjoy seeing me spend. I mean they like enjoy what comes out of the spending and the videos and streams. And so that's what it's going to be about. And then the Prime account is just going to be pain and suffering of playing free to play. But it is fun. I've been enjoying it a lot. I hope you guys have been enjoying the openings. I've seen them doing pretty well. And there's another opening coming out tomorrow, I believe. And then I'll have the kind of basically the trip end opening probably coming out on Monday. Pretty hyped about it. So the very short answer to your question would have been, you guys will probably be choosing the next rank 5. Because I think we're getting to rank 5 on Thursday with the sale. Dude, Mojo just handled this like a boss. Just focus on the nullify. That was awesome. Hey Vega, do I have to select starters? Which one? Dude, Stark, Soul. Starkey is like, he's like hard to quantify, and that's why you see me doing this. I had the same issue with the Starkey versus Ironheart. Like if you're enjoying story content and like arenas and trying to just get through the game and stuff, Serpent. But Stark Spider-Man is just, is Dread still here? Dread's probably gone. Are any high tier Battlegrounds players in the chat? Either chat, like a way to like Stark Spider-Man, just like he just goes like outside of what he's supposed to do. Like he's one of my favorite photon counters. Like what the heck is that all about? You know, that's a good one. Starkey has a higher skill cap, yeah, but like I think I play Starkey pretty well. You know. I obviously not as great as like the Celestial Battlegrounds players, but I play him pretty well. He's a tough one. And he's not in any basic crystals or anything like that. So you're only getting him from sales or selectors like this. I don't know. But Serpent is more likely to be someone you grab when quests are really difficult and you're trying to make it a little easier on yourself. You know? Does anyone know what's going to be in the Ascension Twitch drop crystal? No, I mean they're serious. They seem pretty serious about it. Like I love that Ragnarok is getting a model remake. Oh, I'm gonna really enjoy not having a twitchy Thor anymore. Like that was, in my opinion, a great use of Kabam's human hours. Wouldn't it be particularly hard nowadays? 100% would just take a lot of time. Oh, you guys. Okay, thanks, guys. Thanks for answering those questions. If you don't know, Ace is an incredibly high skill, smart player as well too. Really cool YouTube channel. It streams too late at night for me now, and my dojo has some evening classes, so I'm not around as much in the evenings. Thanks for being here, Ace. Thank you for the follows, guys. Scotty. And the G-Speed, I think. Probably butchered that. Apologies. I was hoping to get the SB2 off, but nope. Servant just ultimate counter. Yeah, he really is. Like, I started looking at Noob's Epoch video and stuff today. I spent some time filling out that Cerebro that he's been shouting out. It's really cool, by the way. It's really cool. I'm really glad I put some time into it this morning. Started filling out for the Vega Prime account for rank ups. Start working on the community challenges. And I saw Serpent in so many places, and I'll probably do the same. Like, he's about as simple to play as it gets in this game, and produces results that are about as good as it gets in this game. So yeah. Dude, guys, I'm gonna need to go in just a few minutes. I'm glad I messaged. Like, we're not gonna get the collector today. If you were tuning in just to see the collector, I apologize. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I have to send a message. We were working a few. Oh, you using your whole alliance work, Kurt? I imagine the alliance portion is pretty awesome too. Like, just going through it on my roster today, I was like, this is pretty. It's pretty incredible. Like, it's really nice. Happy birthday, everyone! Enjoy the weekend. Hey, thank you, peace. Thank you. It's pieces, peace. I'm realizing I've been pronouncing it wrong. I hope you have a wonderful Easter. Have a great one. Probably already. But still, hope you have a great weekend. Oh yeah, this was the And this is one of the main reasons. I mean, Scorpion's good anyway. It's the not having to worry about like mode he's in, just huge for me. You just walk it. What? Picks. Upside, unfortunately, it's losing 3 players. It's the most we've ever lost by far, and it is all due to people like literally retiring from the game, which is understandable, and I'm incredibly supportive, and I'm like, happy for everyone. Also, as a YouTuber, kinda not a good sign. But all the spots are filled. But I hope I answered your question. I'm seeing a couple different messages. I'm also like forgetting the whole reason I brought in Scorpion. Well, Hicks, like, look, but because you're asking publicly, I wouldn't have said this publicly, but you're asking publicly, so I feel like you're okay with it. I do also see you getting people in the recruitment channel for your alliance, so I gotta admit, because it's all happening and I know it, it does make me pretty uncomfortable, bud. Because those are people coming in on my Discord server with my name and logo on it. And I know that's not how much of the world is today, but that's how I am. And so I feel a little bit of a responsibility. Where if I'm allowing the alliance leader of an alliance that's actively recruiting on my Discord server, I could be responsible for multiple people on my Discord server losing their alliance that they just joined. So I think maybe you and I should DM offline on this, buddy. And again, I know I'm a little bit different. I know there's a lot of people in today's world who'd be like, "That's not your problem. You didn't do it." I'd be like, "Yeah, but it happened under my watch, and I knew. That's not okay. That ain't what I'm about, man." And so yeah, it's okay, dude. I hope it's clear. I'm not upset. I'm not upset either. I don't think you're like doing anything underhanded. Like I think that's the way the world is nowadays for a lot of people. And I wouldn't have brought it up here if you had. So yeah, let's talk offline. I'm gonna get you guys have a list to pull from, which is nice, since you don't have to agree. Yeah. So Kurt, we have it's actually a long wait list. Like I think we have 20 people on it now, and I'm very forthright with everyone. I'm like, I don't know when the spot will open up. We typically lose like probably half of a person. Like we average probably like half of a movement a season. We did have a couple seasons where unfortunately we had to remove people during the season, which is obviously not what we want at all. But there was some issues. And yeah, I housed it on my Discord. Yeah. And I'm not dumb. Like, oh, I might be dumb, but I'm not dumb on this. The YouTube channel, with a decent sized reach for the game, is obviously very, very helpful. I missed the part where that's my problem. Yeah, it's just different. I know you're being funny. It's just different ways of feeling about how we're comfortable operating in the world. And I didn't grow up with the internet. And so I think I tend to very much still treat the internet and Discord servers and things like that the way I would if we all like lived in the same neighborhood and I was gonna see, you know. So like if I tell you I'm gonna do something, I want you to know that like I mean it. I want to do it, you know. Yeah, thank you for all the recent follows, guys. This is almost certainly going to be the last fight. I will try to catch up in the chat a little bit. And then we gotta go. I'm sorry, I don't speak the language, DK, but I really appreciate you being here, buddy. And I'm sorry I don't. And I don't unfortunately have time to do the translation. I normally would. But I have to get going. I have someone that I need to drive somewhere. Blado Dado, I feel like you might be being serious, and you might also be joking. Again, I'm a little bit older, so I tend to read internet stuff a little differently sometimes, or not as intended. But if you're being serious, I hope everything goes incredibly well for you, and thank you for choosing to be here. If you're just being playful, I still hope everything goes well for you, and thank you for being here. Hola, thank you very much. Dorivaldo Santos, cool name, man. Thank you so much for being here. All right, guys, I'm older too. Got it. Okay. Well, I hope everything goes really well for you. Yeah, and thanks for spending your time here. All right, everybody. I really appreciate it. I do have to go. I'm sorry we didn't get to the collector today. I thought we would, but unfortunately I do need to go. Thank you so much. I'll definitely be back Monday. I will post my stream schedule on Twitch and on Twitter and probably on YouTube post again. And I'll probably start posting it on my Discord server. I don't know why I haven't been doing that. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you all really, really soon. Take care, everybody.